Yo, 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 what's good, Raider Nation? Welcome into another episode of the Raider Ragu Show. Hope everybody is doing well. Check it. Please like, share, comment, subscribe on the YouTube channel. Wherever you get your audio podcast, please download the show. Show a little love. Also, don't forget our sponsor over at shebangboutique.com. Go over to the website, check it out, get your girl something fly. Do that for me. Yeah, okay. So, got a couple things we want to get into, man. First of all, Q on his show had the guy, Seth Walden from ESPN, some analytics guy, right? Numbers nerd guy. And I feel like the numbers nerd guys are trying to hijack the game and turn the game of football into something else. It's almost like a Jamestown situation from what it says in the books. Um, this guy is talking about players in the terms of assets and um, basically hating on dudes. In my opinion, he specifically was talking about the Raiders should not have drafted Genty at 6 overall, and then he goes all into this spiel about value and premium position and having to pay a top value for a non-premium. And I'm like, man, dudes like that never balled, right? This dude is from the UK. They don't even have grown man tackle football in the UK. But he's over here. He has a platform. He's on ESPN. People listening to him like he's some authority on football. And all this dude is talking about really is numbers, man, about how much somebody should or shouldn't get paid. Then he's doing these evals on numbers on guys like he's some kind of expert. Bro, the players make the numbers along with the so much goes into that, bro. The coaching, the surrounding players around the dude and all that. The way that they let you frauds get away with all this number shit as it pertains to football, man, is criminal. And I, for one, am sick of all of you nerds trying to hijack your way into the game like you're so smart. I mean, all you're doing is calculating numbers, man, and regurgitating numbers, uh, of which there would be no numbers if it wasn't players, right? You have to evaluate players and talent. You guys aren't talent evaluators. You can't say who's sweet or not. You're just trying to say who should get paid. And what if we called up to ESPN and was like, hey, yeah, that dude Seth Walden is trash. You should not pay him what you paying him. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody doing you like that. And you're not in charge of nothing, right? You never played football. You don't own these teams or nothing. You just somebody on the outside looking in, hating on some dudes, talking about when they should get paid, how much they should get paid, when they should have got drafted, and all that, man. You guys don't know nothing about no football. You don't know nothing about building no football team. You talking about numbers. You guys talking about money. Like these dudes is slaves or something. Like these dudes is objects. You know what I'm saying? These dudes are human beings. They out there playing grown man tackle football. And the owners of these teams and the GMs of these teams can build the teams out how they see fit. They can grab who they want to, pause, at any given time in the draft or whatever. They don't have to follow what you nerds are saying about who should get paid and all that. Um, it has me pissed off, man. I'm tired of them, man. They hijacking the game. They really have no place. You dudes was the dudes that was in the band or over there in the cheerleaders, like, dressed up as the mascot running around. Now, all of a sudden, y'all got a voice in the game of football, man. I'm sick of it, man. It's sickening. I'm tired of you dudes. We need to start going away from that whole nerd narrative about numbers, man. I can see you going with a little bit of playing the percentages when a coach wants to go for it or not, and you get like to make up a spreadsheet or whatever, and you don't really have time to look at it, and you need a guy that's there looking at that at all times to be able to tell you that, okay, that ain't nothing, man. That's not, you guys, anybody could do that. But all this, who should get paid, who plays at a premium position, when they should be drafted and all that, man, y'all need to shut up with that. Why don't y'all knock that off before people start calling and saying what you guys should be getting paid or not getting paid, or when you should be getting a job or not getting a job. So just relax, buccos, with that. You nerds. I'm not about to be listening to dudes like that. I don't listen to them now. I'm just saying, I'm telling you, I'm letting it be known, man, I don't listen to these guys. They don't have nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with the game. They just talking some number crap. These dudes are straight nerds. You need to go back to your accounting job or whatever, man, with your pocket protector. Anyway, man. And that's cool. That's cool if you that a guy. You ain't got to be no athlete or nothing. But stay away from over here, man, with the athletes, man. Trying to come over here and cash in on the athletes. You know what I'm saying? Talking about y'all some experts or something. Man, you guys are disgusting, man. Anyway, man, moving on. I was on my channel doing my thing, came across a statement where a fan of the Raiders said that it would feel good to get back into playing meaningful games in January, right? So when you're playing meaningful games in January, man, that's the postseason, right? There might be one last regular season game in January or something, man, but for the most part, January is for the postseason, right? So you're playing meaningful games into January. That means you're in the offs and you're hunting for that Super Bowl trophy, right? Well, I'm saying I think that's going a step too far too soon. Like, it's not easy. The NFL is not an easy league. It's not grown man tackle football is not an easy game. A bunch of grown men getting paid well to do what they do, livelihoods on the line, competition is fierce. It's just tough to get up and build that roster to be a winning playoff team where you hunt for Super Bowls, right? Think Eagles, Chiefs, Niners past few years. Baltimore ain't even made it to the Super Bowl yet, right? And people would pretty much agree they got a really good roster. Detroit Lions, good roster. Failed to make the Super Bowl as of yet, right? So playing meaningful games into January means you're in the offs and you're trying to get to that Super Bowl. Well, I feel like that's being a little bit greedy right now because we haven't been competitive, right? Besides the year 2021, when we went to the offs, we got the wild card. With Rich Bisaccia was the interim coach, the year that, everything fell apart for Gruden. And Henry Ruggs went to jail and all that. We have not been competitive, man, in the last decade, right? More than that, really more than that. We could go back, 25 years, really, literally. We could go back 20 to 25 years. And out of that, you could probably pick a decent, maybe 4 or 5 years. Decent, not good. The one 2016, the one 2021, then a couple maybe 8-8 seasons in there, and 25 years, right? So we haven't been respectable as a franchise in a long time. except for a few hot years here and there. So what I want to say, and I feel where that person was coming from. I feel where the commenter was coming from. It'll be good to be playing some meaningful games in January. Yes, it would. But how about this? Let's play some meaningful games after Thanksgiving, right? So that gives you a whole month before January starts. So can we get to where our December means something? Can we play meaningful games after Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving weekend, meaningful, and all the games after that, meaningful, which means we're fighting for playoff positioning. We're one of the teams in the AFC that could go to the playoffs. We probably have a winning record, and we've been playing well throughout the season. It hasn't just been a dumpster fire, 4-13 or crap like that, right? Can we play meaningful games after Thanksgiving? Last 3 years, we have not, right? 22, 23, 24, no meaningful games after Thanksgiving, right? So January is a little bit rich. January is asking too big of a leap too soon, I think, right? This game is tough. These guys are not playing with you in this league. You're not about to just be clowning this league, right? You got to put the work in the National Football League, grown man tackle football. So it's not that easy. Meaningful games after Thanksgiving will lead to meaningful games in January. But first, we have to get to that point right there where we're playing meaningful games after Thanksgiving. I just thought that was interesting. After Thanksgiving, meaningful games. Okay, another disturbing little something I heard, man, and this is kind of embarrassing. And this speaks to what I just talked about a second ago about us not being competitive in 25 years. This is just a little nugget. Ashton Genty, 21 years old, he's going to be our starting running back. He was born December 2nd, 2003. The Raiders haven't won a playoff game since 2002. So, yeah, our number one draft pick this year wasn't even born the last time the Raiders won a playoff game. So this is what I'm talking about, right? We have to get back to glory. We have to draft whoever we need, not listen to nerds. Raiders were last in the league in rushing. Every meaningful category in rushing, the Raiders were last. So you think we about to listen to some nerd say we shouldn't have drafted a running back? Ashton Genty was not even born the last time the Raiders won a playoff game. So the irony in that is, now that he is here, he's going to be a part of some playoff game wins, but it took a span of how many years old he is. So he's going to be winning, a part of the winning Raider playoff teams going forward after not winning a playoff game for as long as he's been alive, which is pretty sad, especially for a really proud franchise that the Raiders are with the, 9 AFC West titles when they're in the AFL, the AFL championships, the Super Bowls, Super Bowl appearances, all the guys in the Hall of Fame. It's just, it's been pretty sad, man. It's that time. It's time for us to get back. But as of right now, we haven't won and as long as Ashton Genty has been on this earth, which is crazy. Okay, just wanted to share that little tidbit. So the Raiders made a roster move. It's the last time I hollered at y'all. Nothing big. Just wanted to make sure we got down with that, covered that. As they get close to training camp, they waived Gus Bradley's son, Carter. I guess he was like running probably third team QB last year and in OTAs or whatever this season. Waived him. So he's gone. I heard he perhaps has some interest in the Canadian Football League. So perhaps he'll be going over to Canada to continue his career. I wish him luck, Carter Bradley. But Carter Bradley, Gus Bradley's son, is no longer with the Raiders. He was waived a few days back. So best of luck to Carter Bradley. Another interesting thing, this just happened today. They're having an issue with all the second rounders. Remember, first my main man Jaden Higgins got signed with Houston. He got guaranteed money. People were all up in arms, like, oh my goodness, what are we gonna do with these second round picks? They want guaranteed money because Nick Cassero in Houston decided to do that, and then Tyler Shaw got picked by the Saints. Right? He's looking to be the starting QB, so he's trying to get down their fully guaranteed contract, almost like the first round guys, right? So it's a mess right now. But just before I start doing this show today, I learned that Jack Bash is signed with the Raiders. So we have all our rookies in as rookies reported to training camp yesterday. So Jack is at football practice today. Signed his contract, went and got his stuff, and went to practice. So all our rookies are there in-house, and they are at training camp as we speak. They just reported yesterday. So don't have any reports or anything happening or, anybody standing out, anything like that. Nothing going on. It's been quiet. But all the rookies are in. Jack Bech signed, and the Raiders are looking to be good to go. Come preseason. So preseason, we will be locking horns in Vegas with the Niners. That's going to be very interesting to see. That's going to be the first time that anyone sees what's up with the run game, right? Those first couple runs in that in that preseason game, after last year's disastrous run game, right? That's going to be the first time we can see how can the Raiders run the football. And the Niners, pretty good team, usually put a pretty good front, right? They got a good front. So it'd be nice test to see if we're going to be able to run the football against the Niners. So good to see Jack Bech getting on in there, though. So we want to play meaningful games into the holiday season, right? Thanksgiving. Seth Walden is a nerd that we're not going to listen to. We got to get this thing turned around because Ashton Genty wasn't even born the last time we won a playoff game. They waived Gus Bradley's son, Carter Bradley, and we finally got Jack Bech signed, our second-round pick, number 58 overall for TCU. Tough guy receiver who we looking for big things from. Got him signed. Also, rookies reported to training camp yesterday. So the rookies are at camp right now as we speak doing work. All right? The veterans will be in next week. Now, I'm not going to hold you too much longer. Check this out. How about, and tell me what's good with the untouchable Deuce Groove. right? Deuce Gruden is still on the staff. Deuce Gruden is on Pete Carroll's staff. Deuce Gruden was on AP staff. Deuce Gruden was on Josh McDaniel's staff. Um, Deuce has been around, I want to say, since before Pops came back. Right? Deuce has been a Raider strength and conditioning coach for about a decade, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look that up. But I just wanted to say, man, he's untouchable, man. He's lasted through staffs, right? When you didn't went through staffs, yeah, a decade, like I said. So since before Pops came there in 18, Deuce had been there since 15 already. And he's untouchable. How many staffs is that? So that means he was there for Del Rio. He was there for Hugh Jackson. Had to have been, right? All the way back through those guys. The untouchable Deuce Gruden. Him and Mark Davis must be homies. They must be partners. But John and Mark Davis are cool like that, man. To where, he took care of John Gruden's son this whole time, man. Gave him a job. Basically every darn near since Mark has owned the team. Deuce has had a job. And he's lasted across all sorts of staffs. So it's like Deuce is a non-starter, right? If they come in, so Mark Davis is like, okay, you can pick your own coaching staff except for my one strength and conditioning coach, Deuce Groove. He stays, right? You can use him in a different capacity. You can elevate him, whatever. You can switch what he's doing to a different, part of the body or whatever he's part of the strength conditioning program he works in. But he will be a strength and conditioning coach. And yeah, there's a non-negotiable. He's on the staff still. And Mark has told like 5, 6 different staffs that. So I just thought that was interesting, man. The untouchable Deuce Gruden, man. The Grudens and the Davises, um, they got some when Al and John, they had some weird chemistry, bro. You know what I mean? Al traded him back in the day, but they seem to be the men did all of that, those fences, man. And the Grudens and the Davises are real cool, man, because Deuce Gruden is untouchable. So, hey, man, I'm not gonna hold you. Rookies reported to camp. Next time I'll holler at you. We'll be talking about what's up in training camp, man. We almost there, y'all. We got about another what 2 weeks to the first training camp. I mean, the first preseason game. Another like 2.5 weeks. Hall of Fame game, I believe, is coming this weekend or next. So it's here, man. Football is almost here. Thanks for staying with us the whole off season. We tried to keep you guys entertained over here, but we're gonna hit that season rolling. We're gonna hit the season, and hopefully it's gonna be a good season, man. But like I always say, man, I ain't gonna hold you. Just win, baby, and peace.